Good morning and welcome to this video. This is going to be 10 recipes that you can make with protein powder if you don't like the taste of shakes. And of course I had to put out some fall decorations because it's August and Halloween is approaching. And just briefly before we jump into the recipes, you should ask yourself the question, is it the flavor or the consistency that you don't like? If it's about the consistency of the protein powder, then almost all of these recipes are going to work for you. However, if it's a flavoring, then I can definitely recommend you to try out some unflavored protein powder, which some of those recipes will also work with. Or you can try to mix your protein powders 50-50 with the unflavored protein powder. With each of the recipes, I will blend in which flavors will work for them. And of course, it's always a good idea to try out different brands and flavorings. And now let's start with the recipes. The first one is pretty simple, that's a protein cream. You can make this quite simply, like you would make a shake, just use way less liquid. And then you can add in some soy yogurt, some toppings like granola or soy crispies if you want this to be really high in protein. Fruit is also a good idea, maybe some diced nuts. If you keep this low in fat, this can be a great pre-workout option as well. Number 2 are homemade protein bars. I personally prefer to make them with vitafiber because that gives a sort of different flavor and the texture is also perfect. I'm personally getting mine from Amazon and the protein bars are really easy to make and you can easily adjust the macronutrient profile. Protein balls are also an option, but without the vitafiber, I personally find that the protein powder flavor will be more predominant. For number 3, we got some protein pudding, which is kind of similar to the protein cream, and all you need for this is some pudding mix, vegan milk, and your protein powder of choice. Since those 3 recipes were mainly snacks, let's continue with some actual meals. Number 4 is one of the most common things, that's protein oats. I personally don't really like them, even though I make a bunch of protein oat recipes on my Instagram. What I don't like is the plain flavors, which is why I'm making some more fancy recipes like these Oreo oats. And I also think cacao generally makes anything taste better, just like putting a chocolate shell on top. And in case you should ever get bored of regular oats, number 5 are baked oats. Quite easy to make, the recipes on the screen here. You can also put some nut butter in there, melt some chocolate on top, or try one of my fancy recipes. And by the way, I've also written out all the recipes in the caption. And number 6 is one of the first recipes I've tried with protein powder, that is protein pancakes. Also here, just a few ingredients, and like almost all of the recipes, they're very suitable for meal preps. Number 7 is something you can make in a pan as well, being French toast. The batter is so simple. You just need the protein powder, some vegan milk or water, potentially some cinnamon, and that's it. Just put your toast in there, pan fry it with a little bit of oil, add your favorite toppings on choice, maybe some nut butter, maybe some vegan yogurt, some fruit, and it's done, and absolutely delicious. Number 8 is semolina. I've been addicted to this for years. The absolute best version for this is actually to put a piece of chocolate in the warm semolina. It will give it like a chocolatey core because this will melt on side. It's perfection. Just make sure if the specific protein powder brand that you're using has a tendency to form clumps, then it's likely a good idea to spare some of the liquid, mix that with the protein powder first and then pour it into the semolina. Number 9. Since it's still way too hot outside, I love myself some cold food. And ice cream is one of my favorite breakfasts and lunch at the moment. You just need some frozen fruits. Of course, bananas are always a staple in there. Some liquid, add some granola on top, nut butters. Options are limitless there, just add your favorite toppings. And lastly, number 10, which is quite similar to a protein shake, but with the benefit that you can easily use unflavored protein powder. If the smoothie in that case might not be sweet enough for you, you can always add in some dates. Just make sure that your blender is able to handle them, and if they're too hard, it might be a good idea to soak them in water beforehand. Don't forget to save the video. Just a reminder, the recipes are in the caption. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, click the video if you like, I still don't know where it is. And thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye!